Welcome to the start of a brand new anime review series. This is Reborn to Master the Blade. That's pretty much the name of the series. This only came out just last year. Like in the case of the Air series came out 2 years ago. This came out last year. So we started with our main character who is an old man. Yes, an old man who's dying. His name is Ingus. Now, by the way, this is based upon a light novel series that's still publishing. I read the first few books. Really good series. I really enjoy it. Been reading the last couple days. So, he's dying. Looks like he's surrounded by family members. And then he gets visited by the goddess, who is a very beautiful woman. Who apparently he has seen he's been like near her, and he's like, as a dying wish, what does he wish? He basically says that on his deathbed is that he was a good job as a king, but he couldn't master the blade. So he would like to be reborn to master the blade. Which, of course, you grant no problem. And when he got reincarnated, he was made into a girl. Now, this is only like the second time I have ever seen this, where a character who was previously a guy in the previous life was reincarnated as a girl. Now, the only time I've seen this is in Saga Time Evil, and this also is the second time I've seen an old man reincarnate someone who's very young. The last time it was the world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in the world as an aristocrat. Though he was an assassin, and he was reincarnated as a noble who basically to assassinations. This guy was a king swordsman and basically was reincarnated as a woman who, very cute little baby. He was shocked the fact he was reincarnated as a girl. Yeah, as a girl. Like, this adorable little baby. And it has the name Ingus. And she's his mother, basically her mother Serena, because now with the girl. Is he her father too? And they're there for a bit, and all of a sudden, oh crap! But then all of a sudden they go visit, well, her aunt Serena, and her cousins, Raphael and Rainey. Rainey is basically a baby like her. And then all of a sudden the town is attacked by magical beasts, which apparently the one they show here looks like the shape of a freaking dragon. Yes, looks like a dragon. They call this a magical beast. They explain in the very next episode of how the heck these things come out. Apparently there's this rainbow rainfall that churns plants, livestock, and other creatures, not humans, into these magical beasts to probably to strengthen basically everybody else. So, and apparently it's kind of explained here that the techniques using magic have been forgotten. The fact that nobility has been replaced by the Highlanders. You think, wait, the Highlanders? You mean the people who cut people's heads off, become mortal? Not necessarily. They see themselves as gods, and they float on this island. And they have this explained for the next episode. So, after Ignis beats a magical beast as a baby, and Raphael kind of sees this, and then we jump ahead 5 years later, where Ignis is already very good at the blade, and of course her cousin Rena is not exactly very good at it, so. And then we have this visiting, I would say, kind of like a noble-ish person, where he is, well, training with knights. He easily beats all of them. You're thinking, how the heck can a kid who is about 13, by the way, basically her cousin is now 13 too, how is he beating all these particular people? He's using magic. Yep, he is using magic. And how the heck no one can detect this? Unknown. So Raphael basically, he tries, of course, and he gives his advice, don't look at him while you're fighting him. And it goes pretty well until basically the guy used me a jury cheats. And then Ingus herself basically decides, now this is this thing, she's a 5-year-old little girl, and she beats him really easily. Raul, that's the guy's name, the guy with green hair. Yeah, a 13-year-old got beaten by a 5-year-old little girl. And then, like, and apparently gonna let that down. So then we jump ahead 1 year later, where she's now 6 years old, and they go to a baptism to get a rune in the back of their hand. Now, Rini gets basically shaped of a butterfly. It's a bow. It's a greater rune. She tries, and of course she doesn't get a rune. Probably because she uses Aether. Not mana, but Aether. And she's identified herself to be Rini's Squire. Because she probably realized how weak Rini is and just tried to strengthen her up. Not a bad idea. Be her kind of like being her own bodyguard. And then we jump ahead about, I think this is basically next is about 7 years later, where she's now about 13 years old, and she's gotten herself a big chest now, because of course Emma likes doing this, and where she puts on this very beautiful dress. They have this little banquet, and you see that she mentioned, in previous life she went to banquets like this, and then she gets to the banquet room, where she's very nervous because all the men are lusting after her. Yes, seriously. Actually, she's coming now. I think she's like about 15 at this point. So, yeah. And they also mentioned, Highlander is going to be there. This is, of course, in episode 2. That Highlander is going to be there. Who this is, they reveal it later. So, they're here with Leon, who is a friend of Raphael's, Rini's brother. And they're introduced to basically Rini's father again, for him as his grace. Probably because he probably is like a particular leader. What type of leader he is, they don't say. And they meet the Highlander, and it's Raul. And it's like, Raul, you're a Highlander? You weren't born up there. How the heck are you a Highlander? And he says, money! He bought them all. He basically doing a lot of business to make him a Highlander. And here's something. So then we have Leon taking Rini and Ingus to go meet a ultimate artifact. Well, basically a Mana, I think it's how you pronounce it. Hieromanus. Yes. So they meet Eris. Very beautiful woman who apparently is not very welcoming. Of course, she apologizes for her actions, slaps him. And then they have to rush back to the banquet hall because someone's been murdered by the Highlander because, oh boy, shows back how jerk he is, because he was lusting after a woman, so because he wanted to get this one night, and this one lord dared to step in front of him, so he killed him on the spot. Angus basically says, I'll come to see you. In exchange, leave Rini and this woman alone. And because she points out, though, he still hates her for beating him 10 years prior to events this episode. And, of course, he probably doesn't deny it. And then he goes visit, basically, his mansion, where he meets up with Eris, where has a really good fight with her. Apparently, she puts on her Alpha 2, and then she, is able to surrender, basically because she apparently can attack Mana. And then Eris is attacked by an electric wolf, sent by Leon. What? Yeah, that's a big question mark to say for the next episode, but yeah. Really good start for the series. I am really enjoying it. I don't know what happened to basically Ingus's father. It's like he's not here. But her aunt is here. Now, she refers to Serena as auntie, which of course some kids would do that. But it's like, 5 years old and so respectful. Yeah. So, definitely looking forward to watching the rest of the series. There's only about 10 more episodes left to go, and then we're pretty much done. So, I'm going to be doing a stream later today, probably like less than an hour. So, I probably got time to do 2 more episodes, and I have to go my stream after that. Okay, next video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and do need this like button. Okay, next video.